presented by Desi Beats Group. आइए गणेश वंदना सुनते हैं.
हेलो.
हमारे यहाँ मान्यता है कि प्रथमेश भगवान गणेश को याद करने से वो काम अवश्य ही सिद्धि की ओर जाता है. नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट चेयरपर्सन NHAI श्रीमती अलका उपाध्याय आपसे कि कृपया स्वागत संबोधन दें और कार्यक्रम का संक्षिप्त विवरण भी पेश करें.
Honorable Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji. General Dr. V.K. Singh ji, Minister of State for the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Shri C.C. Patil ji, Honorable Minister on the dais. He's the PWD Minister of the State of Karnataka. State Minister for Transport, Mr. Shri Ramlu ji. Honorable State Ministers who are attending this workshop from different parts of the country. Honorable members of the Parliament present on the stage, Mr. P.C. Mohan, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, Secretary MoRTH Shri Girdhar Armane ji, Chief Secretary of the State, Srimati Vandita Sharma ji, other officials who have made an effort to come from all across the country, Principal Secretaries, Secretaries of PWD, Transport and Industries, and all executives from the private sector who are very important for this development in this sector, and all other esteemed dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I welcome you all to this beautiful city of Bangalore for this two-day event that we are organizing over here. The Manthan, followed by a public exposition demonstrating different aspects in the construction sector that we are organizing today. The objective of this conference is to share the developments and to generate new ideas to speed up the infrastructure sector in this country. We look forward to a very hearty and wholesome discussion over here. Today we are the vehicle sector, the use of IT for seamless transportation, for project monitoring and for project execution. Manthan will serve as an excellent forum for collaboration and ideas with participation of the honorable ministers, the policy makers and the industry bodies who are present over here. And I must say this is a room full of experience and new ideas which will churn out the purpose of this conference, the Manthan, with various new ideas. I am extremely grateful for all the participants to be here, take out time from your busy schedules and be over here. We have planned various sessions after this inaugural session where we will hear from the honorable ministers and other dignitaries on this dais. We have planned various sessions on topics which are relevant and hold key importance to road transport and the highway infrastructure development. The sessions would commence after this inaugural ceremony with the first session on cost and time optimization and sustainability related issues, because this is something which is becoming more and more important to us as we are increasing the pace of development of infrastructure. Subsequently, we also have a session on the critical issues of road safety, where the honorable minister has always been emphasizing upon us that besides the highway development, we should also give equal importance to road safety. So we will be having a discussion along with the ministry officials and other stakeholders of the industry. The session will be followed by address by the honorable ministers of PWD, their views, their suggestions, and it will be concluded and the way forward would be done by the ideas which come out of this session by Honorable Minister of State and Honorable Union Minister. The last part of this today will be the exposition or the exhibition that we are holding at the Palace Ground, where we have seen an overwhelming response from the industry, and we have representations from all across the industry, be it construction equipments, be it new technology, or be it intervention of IT. We have a well-planned agenda for tomorrow as well, and this largely relates to road transportation. The sessions will include the 41st meeting of the Transport Development Council tomorrow, alternate mobility solutions including the possibilities of green public transportation, and development of the ropeways under the Parvatmala Pariyojana. Discussions on shared mobility for increasing capacity of the state transport would also be a very important discussion agenda tomorrow. Discussion on automobile safety issues, overview of voluntary vehicle fleet modernization program. There will also be a discussion on the multimodal logistics parks to increase the efficiency of logistics in the country, which is a very big agenda in front of us, which would reduce the cost of logistics and help us gain competitiveness in the global markets. We look forward to a very interactive session and fruitful discussions in the next 2 days. I warmly welcome all of you. Besides the session, I'm sure the good weather in Bangalore would also help us in creating or giving more ideas to this conference. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Srimati Alka Upadhyay, Chairperson NHAI. और अब रिस्पेक्टेड सेक्रेटरी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड हाईवेज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया श्री गिरधर अरमाने जी से हमारा अनुरोध है कि कृपया अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करें.
Good morning. Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, Sri Nitinji Gadkari. Honorable Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways and Civil Aviation, General Dr. V.K. Singh ji. Sri C.C. Patil, Minister for PWD, Government of Karnataka. Sri Sriramulu, Minister for Transport and Tribal Welfare, Government of Karnataka. Honorable Members of Parliament from Bangalore, Sri Tejasvi Surya and Sri P.C. Mohan. The Chief Secretary of the State Government, Srimati Vandita Sharma ji, and Honorable Ministers from various state governments invited for this meeting. The Chairperson of NHAI, Srimati Alka Upadhyay ji, who has shared the main burden of organizing this Manthan program. All the esteemed dignitaries, secretaries to government of the various states, the chief engineers, the stakeholders from industry. It's my pleasure to invite you for this conference Manthan, which is basically to reiterate our sankalp to achieve the Amrit Kal. We recently celebrated 75th Independence Day. The 25 years from now onwards have been conceptualized as Amrit Kal, during which we will envision an India which will be prosperous, which will be equitable, which will also be the most modern, most sophisticated country with infrastructure matching the global standards in the world. So, it is our duty now not only to envision this Amrit Kal, but also implement it in next 2.5 decades. The sankalp to reach the 100th year of independence of India has to be based on Atmanirbharata, the self-reliance which Government of India has been repeatedly stressing, that we are capable, we are competent to achieve greatness on our own. We don't need crutches of any other country. This we have displayed from Kashmir to Kanyakumari in all the states by reaching excellence in one sector or the other sector. But the task ahead of us is to achieve this Atmanirbharata and excellence in all sectors, all infrastructure sectors, all economic sectors, and all social sectors. In this direction, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has organized this function. If we work individually in silos, we will not be able to achieve this. The state government, the central government have to work together. Mainly the transport being the state government subject, it is essential that the contribution from the states, the ideas from the states, and the concepts which comes from the states has to be given proper place in the Vision 2047 for our country. For this purpose, this conference will serve as initiating point for the consultation process. We hope to get brilliant ideas from the state governments, which themselves have implemented several such schemes in their own states, and they can serve as model to other states and also to the central government in formulating their schemes. The main themes of this Manthan, as ably explained by my colleague Srimati Alka Upadhyay ji, are first going to be the technology. The technology we use in road construction is slowly improving, as we have seen in tunneling projects in the northern states from Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, and the northeastern states. We have achieved excellence. We have enough capability in building tunnels, as we have seen on the basis of construction of major bridges on all major rivers. We have seen that our bridge construction technology also has improved. But the cost, the time, and the comfort which these infrastructure projects offer also have to improve. For this purpose, we have to ensure that our technology is upgraded very quickly. Technology upgradation will not cost much. Whatever cost we incur in technology upgradation, we can recover in the lifetime of the project which we are constructing, and it will also generate employment in manufacturing of the capital goods. So my earnest appeal to the chief engineers and the state ministers here is that adoption of technology has to be given primary importance to reach the goal of self-reliance and the global standard infrastructure in the country. The second important aspect, as highlighted by recent accident in which very sadly one of our industry tycoons, Cyrus Mistry, passed away, is the road safety. Road safety has different aspects. Mostly the state government's role is there. Most important role is that of state government in ensuring that the road safety measures are implemented. Government of India is with you, whether in automobile regulation, how the automobile shall be manufactured, how the safety features have to be included. We are with you, we will consult you, we will take your suggestions in ensuring that the safety features are incorporated. Similarly, on all national highways, we are planning for road safety audit. My request to the state governments, the state ministers, is that the road safety councils at the state level and also at the district level have to be immediately made active, and necessary measures to correct any problems on the state highways have to be taken. Similarly, enforcement in terms of the traffic, in terms of the speed limits, has to be made so comfortable that the people automatically follow them. Minor measures like markings on the road can save several lives. Many of the people who lose lives in our country in road accidents are the pedestrians. It is our duty to ensure that these innocent, poor people are not killed on roads like animals. It is our first duty to ensure that the number of accidents and the number of fatalities is reduced to the minimum. These being the main themes, the self-reliance, achieving our vision for 2047, and use of technology to give safer, comfortable, and very efficient journey to not only the passengers but also to the freight. Government of India has formulated several schemes. Bharatmala, our flagship program, as you know, and we also have a special area regional development program for the northeastern states and hilly states. We also have several schemes for improvement of the transport, public transport in the state level, at the state level. The state transport undertakings can take help from the central government in making their fleet most modern. Recently, I conducted a meeting with the MDs of the state transport undertakings. A demand for more than 15,000 electric buses was received. Once the state government supports electrification of the public transport, the journeys for the public will be comfortable and it will be cheaper and it will also be very efficient. The entire public transport scene can be transformed by electrification of the STU bus fleet. My earnest request to the state ministers and the state officers is that please bestow your personal attention in transforming the old, polluting, costly and inefficient diesel buses into electric buses in next 2-3 years. Government of India has provided a beautiful system of service model of hiring the electric buses. We should all utilize it without fail. Similarly, for the comfort of the public, we are also funding the intelligent transport systems. Advanced traffic management systems and also ITS are being funded by central government. I request the state officials to take note of it and take necessary measures to implement these advanced systems for the comfort of the passengers. Lastly, I would like to broach the issue of multimodal logistics parks. Honorable Prime Minister has recently laid the foundation stone for the multimodal logistics parks at Chennai and also at Bengaluru. We need to build in around 700 locations, 700 industrial nodes in the country, such parks. Depending on the size of the industrial area there, we need to have a multimodal logistics park in that area so that our import and export, our food processing can be made more modern, the export quality can be improved, and the foreign exchange earnings for our exports can be improved. Our farmers will benefit, our industrialists will benefit. Again, my request to the officers and the ministers here is that please help us in implementing these multimodal logistics parks very quickly to achieve the desired result in increasing the exports of the country to the required levels. With these words and introduction, I once again thank all the ministers of the state governments who have taken time from their busy schedule and come here. And I request you to fully participate, offer your advice, offer your wisdom so that we can formulate Vision 2047 for the transport sector in specific and for the infrastructure sector in general. And let us share the responsibility of implementing this vision for Amrit Kal, the India at 2047. Namaskar.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद श्री गिरधर अरमाने जी, सचिव महोदय। हमें गर्व है कि 2021-22 में हमारा नेशनल हाईवे नेटवर्क पृथ्वी की 3.5 बार परिक्रमा करने में सक्षम है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के दिशा निर्देशन तथा माननीय श्री नितिन गडकरी जी की अडिग भारत भावना से हमारा मंत्रालय भारतीयों के चमकते भविष्य की ओर गतिमान है। The real success of cooperative federalism is attributed to mutual cooperation and consultation. Today, taking the inspiration from PM Gati Shakti, Manthan is all set to accelerate our journey towards achieving higher milestones. आइए देखते हैं ये फिल्म।
As India celebrates the 75th year of its independence under the sterling leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the joy of bringing in the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav through the length and the breadth of the country is impossible to miss. India's evolving socio-cultural, political and economic identity has won for it a slew of admirers across the globe. PM's Gati Shakti is a transformative approach for economic growth and sustainable development. Its 7 pillars, roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways and logistics infrastructure lay strong foundation towards a brighter tomorrow. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, led by Honorable Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari, has always taken pride in laying futuristic pathways for every Indian. India's national highway network in 2021-22 is long enough to go around the earth 3.5 times. It is common knowledge today that in a monumental phase since 2014, the logistics and transport sector in India has experienced unprecedented growth. To meet this growth, 13,327 kilometers of national highways were constructed in 2020-21 as compared to 4,000 kilometers in 2013-14. India's national highway length increased 7 times since independence and doubled from 71,000 kilometers in 2010 to 141,000 kilometers in 2022. Road construction is scaling new heights and has touched 37 kilometers per day. The ministry is constantly working to increase efficiency. While all Indian states and union territories mirror this growth, the absence of last mile connectivity to remote areas needs special attention. The transport sector has transformed the way India moves on the roads. Ministry has built import substitutes, cost-effective indigenous and pollution-free mobility. Green fuels for cars such as CN, LNG, ethanol, flex engines, hydrogen car safety for automobiles, Bharat NCAP start rating for cars. Airbags, ABS are the way to go. There has been complete transformation of RTO services, making it hassle-free, citizen-centric and Aadhaar-based. Ministry has been proactively drafting policies to enable efficient vehicular transportation and citizen-friendly services. Mutual cooperation and consultation between states is the bedrock of a strong nation. Continuous and detailed engagement amongst the state and union territories, therefore, is a prerequisite for sharing best practices, policy support, and capacity development. It is taking this idea further that the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is hosting Manthan, a platform where policymakers, academicians, industry and engineers come together to discuss, collaborate and discover the new ideas and success stories of different regions. This pioneering event, the first of its kind in India, includes an expo and summit in the presence of all the captains of the road, transport and highway industry. PWD Transport and Industries ministers from all states and union territories, principal secretaries of departments, transport commissioners, senior officers, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, NHAI, NHIDCL, NHLML, concessionaires, developers, experts, industry leaders, technocrats will participate in this summit. The comprehensive summit will throw light on the gamut of challenges being faced by the sector in India and eke out possible solutions under Gati Shakti. In sharp focus in the summit will also be the realms of new and innovative technologies, modern methods of construction, digital interventions, Parvatmala Pariyojana and multimodal logistic parks, shared mobility, automobile safety issues, voluntary vehicle fleet modernization program, vehicle scrapping policy, Transport Department Council. As a rapidly progressing India, ably steered by Honorable PM Shri Narendra Modi, delights in its Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the emphatic thrust on turning over a new leaf in infrastructure development through the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways by Shri Nitin Gadkari cannot be overstated. Welcome to Manthan 2022.
हम दक्ष लक्ष्य को पाने में सक्षम है, आगे जाने में साहस है, संयम सदाचार अपने हर ताने बाने में। निर्मित हाईवेज की नियमित मॉनिटरिंग के लिए NHAI ने रोड्स मेंटेनेंस ऐप तत्पर विकसित किया है। It has features of capturing geo-tagged photographs of defects, alerting for immediate rectification and reposting of rectified defects. ये ऐप एक ऐसी रोड सुनिश्चित करता है जो अच्छी है, जो सुरक्षित है और जो भरोसे करने लायक है। हम विनम्र निवेदन करते हैं माननीय नितिन गडकरी जी आपसे कि कृपया इस ऐप को लॉन्च करें अपने कर कमलों द्वारा रिमोट का बटन दबाकर। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय आपका। हम सब जानते हैं कि फास्टैग की वजह से ट्रैफिक जैम की समस्या से हम सबको निजात जरूर मिली है, पर अब आगे नई नई तकनीकों पर काम कर स्टार्टअप्स को बढ़ावा दिया जा रहा है। इंडियन हाईवेज मैनेजमेंट कंपनी लिमिटेड ने MoRTH स्टार्टअप के साथ मिलकर एक हैकेथॉन का आयोजन किया था, ताकि भारतीय एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की प्रतिभा का उपयोग हम स्मूथ और स्मार्ट ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट में कर सकें। इसमें से 5 स्टार्टअप्स को शॉर्टलिस्ट किया गया है। अब हम माननीय नितिन गडकरी जी आपसे विनम्र विनती करते हैं कि कृपया बैरियरलेस फ्री फ्लो टोलिंग सिस्टम के 5 एप्लीकेंट्स के नामों की उद्घोषणा करें। और जो एप्लीकेंट्स हैं वो उनके नाम के साथ अपनी अपनी जगह पर खड़े हो जाएंगे।
हेलो हेलो हेलो। कैटेगरी 1 डोसीफोयर। ये कैटेगरी 1 जो थी बैरियर लेस फ्री फ्लो टोलिंग सिस्टम, इसमें फर्स्ट रैंक है डोसीफोयर। सेकंड जो स्टार्टअप है उनका नाम है एप्रेम। थर्ड इज अत्यूमेटा। 4 कृतिलेव और 4 ऑटोग्रिड। ये टोटल 5 लोग हैं। मैं इनके नामों की घोषणा करता हूं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय आपका। और अब हम माननीय जनरल डॉक्टर वीके सिंह जी आपसे अनुनय करते हैं कि कृपया इंटेलिजेंट ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम के 5 एप्लीकेंट्स के नामों की उद्घोषणा आप करें।
कैटेगरी 2 इंटेलिजेंट ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम में पहला है U4U सोशियोटेक प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। नंबर 2 नैन इंडिया साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज। थर्ड डिजिटल असेट्स एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सॉल्यूशंस LLP। चौथा कोको लैब्स इनोवेटिव सॉल्यूशंस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। और 5वां इंस्पिरियन टेक्नोलॉजीज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय आपका। और सभी जितने एप्लीकेंट्स हैं 10 हम चाहेंगे माननीय मंत्रीगण की कृपया उन्हें फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी का सौभाग्य प्राप्त कराएं। आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल दी एप्लीकेंट्स to please come up onto the stage and have the photo opportunity with honorable ministers. ये सभी हमारे इंडियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं जो बिल्कुल तैयार हैं अपनी नई नई तकनीकों के साथ निभाने के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय आपका इस सौभाग्य को प्राप्त कराने के लिए। आप सभी एप्लीकेंट से निवेदन है कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। अभी हमारा कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, कृपया आप लोग सभी अपनी अपनी जगह पर बैठें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और सभी एप्लीकेंट्स को बहुत बहुत बधाई। ये हम सभी जानते हैं कि माननीय जनरल डॉक्टर वीके सिंह जी जब सर्विस में थे तब और उसके बाद राजनीतिज्ञ हैं तब भी हम सभी उनके उपलब्धियों से वाकिफ हैं। और इस बात से भी वाकिफ हैं कि न सिर्फ उन्होंने भारतीयों को अपनी ज़मीन तक लेकर आया, बल्कि कई सारे देशों के जो देशवासी थे उन्हें भी अपनी ज़मीन तक वो लेके गए। इसके लिए हम हृदय से आभारी हैं माननीय। मे आई नाउ रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट, Government of India, Road Transport and Highways and Civil Aviation, General Dr. V.K. Singh ji, to kindly address us.
आज के इस मंथन प्रोग्राम के अंदर इसके पूरे मंथन के सोच विचार जिनके द्वारा हुआ है, ऐसे हमारे बहुत ही कर्मठ, बहुत ही यशस्वी, बहुत ही दूरदर्शी मंत्री माननीय नितिन गडकरी जी, यहाँ पर मंच पर बैठे कर्नाटका के श्री रामुलु जी जो कि मिनिस्टर ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट है, श्री सी पाटिल मिनिस्टर ऑफ पीडब्ल्यूडी कर्नाटका, दो हमारे सांसद हैं तेजस्वी सूर्या जी, श्री पीसी मोहन जी, हमारे मंत्रालय से सेक्रेटरी श्री गिरधर अरमाने जी, चीफ सेक्रेटरी कर्नाटका वंदिता शर्मा जी, हमारी चेयरमैन NHAI अलका उपाध्याय जी, यहाँ पर आए हर प्रदेश के माननीय मंत्री जो कि पीडब्ल्यूडी या ट्रांसपोर्ट सेक्टर से डील करते हैं, सभी अधिकारीगण जो कि अलग अलग प्रदेशों से आए हैं, अलग अलग महकमों से आए हैं, जो कि यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। इट्स अ प्लेजर टू हैव यू हियर विद अस फॉर दिस प्रोग्राम ऑफ मंथन एंड we look forward in the next 2 days for this Manthan to produce Amrit, which will help the road and transportation sector of India. It is, these 2 days are devoted to many subjects which concern the road transport and highway sector, as well as various innovative solutions that can be found to make this sector much better. जैसा कि बताया गया था, आज जो प्रोग्रेस हुआ है रोड और हाईवे सेक्टर के अंदर, उतना प्रोग्रेस शायद पहले दिखाई नहीं दिया है। आज जिस तरीके से रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन हो रही है, क्वालिटी ऑफ रोड्स, राइडिंग क्वालिटी, many other technologies that have come in have never been seen before. But this is not the end of thinking, and that is why this program of Manthan has been conceived, so that we can look forward, work out many more things which will make this sector even better and make us the world leaders as we march towards the century of our independence. The National Highway network has exponentially increased in the last 8 years or so, from 91,000 to 141,000 kilometers in 2022. The pace of construction has gone up from what used to be 12 kilometers earlier. We have clocked almost 37 kilometers now. And I'm sure with innovative technologies, better material, better design, more equipment which will be able to take on tasks that otherwise were manual, we will probably increase this 37 kilometer to probably much more number than what has been possible. कई मेजर्स लिए गए हैं जिससे कि हमारी रोड्स और दूसरी चीज को अच्छी तरीके से देखा जा सके, जैसे कि नेटवर्क सर्वे व्हीकल का डिप्लॉयमेंट, ई मेंटेनेंस ऐप। आज आपने एक नया ऐप भी देखा ताकि तत्पर, जिससे कोई भी अगर डैमेज होता है रोड पर तो कोई भी उसको रिपोर्ट कर सकता है और हमारे अलग अलग महकमे उसको जाकर ठीक कर सकते हैं टाइम के अंदर। इसी तरीके से टोल्स के ऊपर बहुत काम हुआ है। टुडे very large dependence has come on FASTag, and we are now looking forward to even better technology so that we can remove the barriers which at times trouble people. We are looking at intelligent transport system to be integrated where it can read the number plates, integrate it with your banks, and people traveling on expressways and other roads can be charged for the kilometerage that they travel. Something which will be better, something which will be useful, something which will ensure that you do not have to stop at barriers and have that little delay that occurs at the moment. Riding comfort अच्छा हो गया रोड्स के ऊपर, और कोशिश की जा रही है कि जैसे आप विदेश में देखते हैं उस तरीके से दुनिया का बेहतरीन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बने जो कि वे साइड एमिनिटीज आपको प्रोवाइड करे ताकि लोग बाग रुक सकें, फटीग दूर हो सके, जिनको वहां पर रुकना है रात के लिए वो वहां पर रुक सके। बाकी जो फैसिलिटीज आपको चाहिए, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स आ जाएंगे तो उनके लिए चार्जिंग, वैसे आपको पेट्रोल और डीजल के बंक वहां पर हो, हर तरह की ऐसी सुविधा हो जिससे कि आपको लगे कि आपको रोड पर चलने में आनंद आ रहा है। और इसी तरीके से 35 मल्टी नोडल लॉजिस्टिक पार्क्स का एक बड़ा प्लान है जिसके ऊपर काम शुरू हो चुका है, और ये वे साइड एमिनिटीज में 110 साइट्स के ऊपर इनको अवार्ड कर दिया गया काम को, और अलग अलग जगह पर ये बनेंगी ताकि काम को और अच्छा बनाया जा सके। हमारी मिनिस्ट्री का एक ही ध्येय है कि भारत के अंदर सबसे अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बने ताकि हमारी आर्थिक उन्नति उसी तरीके से चल सके जैसा कि सब लोग सोचते हैं। और जब तक संपर्क अच्छा नहीं होगा, कनेक्टिविटी अच्छी नहीं होगी, रोड्स अच्छी नहीं होगी, तब तक आर्थिक स्थिति के अंदर उतना सुधार नहीं आएगा जितना कि हम लोग चाहते हैं। तो ये डायरेक्टली हमारे इकोनॉमी से कनेक्टेड है, और इसमें मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि हमारे मंत्री जी हमेशा इस चीज को सोचते हैं कि किस तरीके से इनोवेटिव तरीके से इसको काम कराया जाए। अगर हम देखते हैं कि कितना इसके ऊपर बजट लगा है, बजट के हिसाब से जितना पैसा आज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर खर्च हो रहा है शायद इससे पहले कभी खर्च नहीं हुआ। इस वर्ष के जो कैपेक्स है उसका 54% मंत्रालय पहले ही खर्च कर चुका है। And we are sure that as the time goes by, we will be able to garner the resources which can make our infrastructure far, far better than what we have ever imagined. I'm sure that in this Manthan, I'm sure that with the various things that you will be discussing, we will get many points which will be acted upon. And I am sure that no progress will come up if only the ministry at the center works. Each state has got a stake in it. Each state has got an equal amount of responsibility in it. और आप जब तक काम नहीं करेंगे तब तक वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कहीं पर दिखाई नहीं देगा। मुझे पूरी आशा है कि स्टेट्स का सहयोग, स्टेट्स का अलग अलग तरीके से कैसे काम करना है, कैसे उसको और अच्छा बनाना है, ये जरूर हमको ये सहयोग मिलता रहेगा, तभी जाकर हम एक दुनिया का सबसे बेहतरीन वो बना सकते हैं। हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अलग अलग तरीके से और सुधार लाए जाएं।